All right, when we're looking at the definitions in the vocabulary, like terms, those are the things that are the same. They're going to be examples like if I have x plus 3 plus 4x minus 2. Each one of these are called terms. This one has 1, 2, 3, 4 terms. So like terms are the ones that go together. So the x's are alike. They would go together. So I have 1x plus 4x, which is 5x. Another set of like terms are 3 minus 2, and you would put those together. 3 minus 2 is 1, which basically, combined like terms, we've already been doing that with solving equations. To simplify means to remove the zero pairs. Combine the like terms and write what it means. Remember, zero pairs are like when you have a positive and a negative. Okay, they make 0. So just like 1 minus 1, when they cross them out, when you put them together, they make 0. Polynomial, okay, this is when they have poly means many. So this is many terms. Mono, one term. So an example of a monomial would just be like x. Or it just could be the number 5. Okay, it's when there's one thing. Binomial, bi means two terms. An example of that is if we had them put together by addition and subtraction. Oh, why is it not working here? There. Let's see if I can get my pen. So see how these two things are together by a plus sign. A polynomial could be something like x squared plus x minus 4. It has 3 terms, 4 terms, or 5 terms. Well, I'll put an extra one in there. Let's see. I'll make it x to the 3rd. Let's make it like that. Because the other one we have on there is a trinomial. Tri means 3, to where we have 3 terms. Where I'd have x squared plus x plus 5. Now, oh, this thing's rather large here. Let me see if I can make it a little smaller here so it all fit in there. Someone got a little happy on enlarging these. All right. In this monomial, this is a monomial because it's one term. This first number is the coefficient. Then you have the x. The x is the base because this base has an exponent to it. That 2 is the exponent. Coefficient is a lead number. The number down here with the exponent at the bottom is called the base. And then that number up in the power is the exponent. What does each one of these tiles represent? Well, this one right here, this long rectangle is going to be x. The colored in one is going to be negative x. We have a 1 and a negative 1. We've used these before. Down here, though, we have these the squares. We have x squared and negative x squared is what we'll use with the big blocks. It says they want us to simplify each expression right here. What we're going to do is we're going to find the things that are alike, and we're going to eliminate our 0 pairs. So I see that my little box and a negative, so I've got a 1 and a negative 1. They cross each other out and they go away. Another zero pair is I've got an x and a negative x. Are there any other like terms that we can get rid of right here? What can we, well, we've got, that's all right, we got 1, 2, 3x squareds. This right here is a negative x, so we'll write minus x. And then we have 1, 2 positives, plus 2. So when they ask us to simplify, all we're doing is removing our zero pairs. Down here on letter B, take a minute and try and eliminate your zero pairs and write what remains, please. For this one, I've got a positive x squared, and it can take away a negative x squared. I see over here a positive unit and a negative unit. I see right here a positive x and a negative x. Am I missing any? I have a positive 1 and a negative 1. What about now? No? Okay, I've got 1, 2. I've got negative 2 x squareds. Then I have a 1 plus 1x. The other thing I have is this negative unit right there, which is minus 1. That is my simplified answer. Now, looking at this one. Here's what I do, because one, you can draw out the tiles if you want to. But what I do is I try and find the things that go together. So right here, I'm going to box in my x squareds. I found those, so I'm going to put those together. Those are the only ones I have in there. I have negative 3 plus 7. So I have 4x squared. Now I'm going to put together my x's. I've got 5x minus 4x. 5 minus 4 is 1x. Then I have negative 9 goes with negative 1, which is minus 10. Now to check and make sure that you did this correct, pull up the calculator. And what you can do is go into y equals. You put the original problem into y1. So we'll put in there negative 3x squared plus 5x minus 9 plus 7x squared minus 4x minus 1. You put all that into y1. Then you go down and put what you think the answer is into y2. I think it's 4x squared plus x minus 10. To check and make sure you are right, you're going to press second graph. Since there's no equal sign, what you're doing is looking to see if all of y1 and y2, if the two columns match. And see, they all have the same numbers, negative 10, negative 10, negative 5, and so on. Since they're the same, that means that you are right. So that's what you're going to do to be able to check it. Okay, go down here now and try and do B and C, please. B and C. In letter B, I'll go through and look, and I have just 1x squared. I have 5x squared. Then I have 6x and 4x. That should give me 10x. And then plus 4. You should have been able to go in your calculator, pressed y equals, put the original problem into y1, sorry, the answer into y2, and press second graph. You're looking for all y1 to equal y2. The next one, I have 5x squared minus 2x squared. 5 minus 2 is 3x squared. Then I have my x's. 4x minus 1x, you should have gotten plus 3x. On the next one right here, though, the next thing, what do you notice about them? How are they different than what we just did? They have parentheses around them. But what is in between the two parentheses? A plus sign. If there is a plus sign in between them, there is nothing different that you need to do. Okay? All the signs stay the same, and we will combine them just like normal. Okay? So right now from here, we would go through, and I would have 6x squared minus 3x squared. 6 minus 3 is 3x squared. Put your x's together. 3x minus 4x minus 1x. Negative 5 minus 1 is negative 6. You would still check it the same way by putting them into y1 and y2. Please do letter E right now. Please do letter E. So on this one, again, there is an addition sign in between. So what we're doing is we're adding all of these together. I have a 5x squared plus an 8x squared. That is 13x squared. I have negative 2x plus 2x. 2 minus 2 is 0. They go away. There's nothing to write. Then I have 6 minus 9, which is negative 3. Now let's go and look. What's the difference now? We're subtracting. Now there is a step we have to do. We have to go through, and this is like a negative 1 in front of that parentheses. The first part right here stays the same. 4x squared plus 4x plus 4. The second part is what changes. Negative 1 times 9x, negative 9x squared. Negative 1 times negative 5 is positive 5x. Negative 1 times 2 is positive 2. Once you distribute, now put them together just like we were. Now I'll go through and I have 4x squared minus 9x squared. Negative 5x squared. Then I will put my x's together. 4x plus 5x. 9x. 4 plus 2 is 6. I highly recommend that you make sure you are checking them when you are doing them on your assignments and tests and quizzes, putting them into y1 and y2. Make sure you put the original problem in there. Go through right now and do B and C. Please do B and C. In letter D, you have the, or B, I mean, you have the minus sign. That's a negative 1. The first part stays the same. Negative x squared minus 4. Nothing changes there. Then you take negative 1 times 2x squared, negative 2x squared. Negative 1 times negative 3 plus 3x. Negative 1 times negative 8 plus 8. Put together your like terms. Negative x squared and negative 2x squared gives me negative 3x squareds. I have a 3x. That's the only one I have, so it's plus 3x. Then I have negative 4 plus 8, which is 4. Letter C. The first part stays the same, 7x squared plus 8x plus 1. There is the negative in front of the parentheses, so negative 1 times each one of these terms right here. So I have negative 1 times 9x squared, negative 9x squared. Negative 1 times negative 8, positive 8x. Negative 1 times 3 is negative 3. Put together your x squareds. Negative 2x squared. 8x plus 8x is 16x. And 1 minus 3, negative 2. Do the next two. Answer the next two, please. On letter D, we have the minus sign again, so that's a negative 1 right there. You're going to have to do the distributive property only on what's in the second parentheses. The first parenthesis stays the same, 3x squared plus 1. Negative 1 times 3x squared, negative 3x squared. Negative 1 times x, negative x. Negative 1 times 1, negative 1. Put my x squareds together. 3x squared minus 3x squared, that makes 0. It goes away. Now I just have my negative x. Then you have 1 minus 1. They cancel each other out too, so your answer is only negative x. Now it says true or false, the expression x squared plus 3x plus 2 can be simplified. It is false. You can't put anything together. The x squareds have to stay separate, so do the x's and the units. On the sheet you have, turn it over to the other side. It says use what you know about simplifying polynomials to find the perimeter. First off, how do you find perimeter? What does that tell you to do? Add up all sides. If I told you the answer was 4x minus 1, why would I be wrong? It's not all the sides. What is it? Just these two. Be very careful. What I like to do is label all my sides, 3x minus 4 and x plus 3. Now let's go through and add up all my x's. 3, 6, 7, 8. So the perimeter is 8x. You have negative 4 and negative 4. That's negative 8. Then you have 3 and 3, which is 6, which gives me negative 2. So it's minus 2. Please make sure that you don't make the mistake of only adding up 2 of the sides. That's one of the most common mistakes. Wait, was there another one on there? Yeah. There we go. This one, finding the perimeter. Again, label your sides. 5x minus 5 and 2x. Add up all your x's. 2 and 4 and 5 and 5. That gives me 14x. Then I have negative 5 and negative 5, which is negative 10. That's my perimeter. On this one, it says find the perimeter of each rectangle. Well, if I started with this small one right here, you would want to label all your sides. Whoop, that's not a 2 on that one. It's supposed to be a 3. So the perimeter for this little one right here is 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perimeter is 10. There's no x's in there. It's just the numbers. This next one is 2 and 5x. Well, 5x and 5x, 10x, 2 and 2, 4. The big one, I have 10x over here and 12 down here. 10x and 10x, 20x, and 12 and 12 plus 24. All I did was add up all the sides. Okay? Here's the next one. Let's see here if I can make this a little smaller so we can see it. It wants you to find the perimeter of each rectangle. On this one, we're just going to do the perimeter of the large rectangle. And these markings right here mean that these two sides are the same. So I'm going to have 5x minus 3. I'm getting the perimeter of the large triangle. I do not need this information. So now to find my perimeter, I'm going to add up all my x's. 5 and 5 is 10 plus 6. I've got 16x. Then I have 9 minus 3 minus 3. So that would be 6. 6 minus 3 is 3. There's the perimeter of my triangle. The next one right here, we're going to find the perimeter of this one. First off, let's find the perimeter of the square, of just the square. I'm sorry, the rectangle. To find the rectangle, I have 8 and I have 7 plus x. So just of the rectangle, I have x and x, which gives me 2x. 8 plus 8 is 16, plus 7 and 7, which is 14. Add those together and I get 30. That's the perimeter of the rectangle. Now what about the triangle? Perimeter of just the triangle? Well, we need this long side right here. This is a right triangle. So to find this, I have to find the hypotenuse. So I have to find a squared plus b squared equals c squared. A squared plus b squared equals c squared. Remember, c is the hypotenuse. It's this length right here. A and b are these. So I have 6 squared plus 8 squared equals c squared. I have 36 plus 64 equals c squared. That is 100 equals c squared. The square root of 100 is 10. This side right here is 10. So the perimeter of the triangle is 10 plus 8 plus 6, which is 24. Now, if I want to find the perimeter of the whole figure, let me get rid of this. Let's get rid of some of the work here. All right, I need this side right here, which is 10. I don't need this inside piece, but I do need all the other stuff that's around. So now to find my perimeter of the entire thing, it would be x plus x, which is 2x. Then I have 10 plus 7, that's 17, plus 8, 25, plus 7, 32, plus 2 more, or not 2 more, plus 6 more, gives me 38. So 2x plus 38. The last one is this one right here. on this one, it says the Smiths have a square rug in their living room that is X feet by X feet. I'm going to draw a picture. So there's the rug, X and X. It said if the room is 4 feet wider and 7 feet longer than the rug, find the perimeter of the living room. So I'm going to extend out. And it says if it is 4 feet wider, so plus 4, and 7 feet longer, plus 7, find the perimeter of the living room. Well, that means that this side is X plus 4, and this side is X plus 7. So now to find the perimeter, I'm going to add up my X's. 1, 2, 3, 4. The perimeter is 4X, and then 7 plus 7 is 14. 14 plus 4 is 18. Add 4 more, and I get 22. Plus 22 is the perimeter of the living room.